Hola a todos, bienvenidos a Rebachol, bienvenidos una vez más a Disco Elysium. En el día anterior estuvimos revisando la costa, hicimos algunos amigos con los chicos de la tienda que hablaban de música, pero al final querían hacer un laboratorio de droga. También hablamos con los chicos que están buscando al animal los criptozoólogos, y con Gary, el criptólogo fascista, que nos dio el pedazo de armadura, y ahora nos falta el casco. Solo aquí tenemos las tres partes, solo nos queda el casco. Ahora, aprovechando que Jim no está, vamos a hacer un par de preguntas que nos faltaban. Vamos a hablar con Clashy sobre el tema de la realidad, un tema que saltamos antes.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tengo preguntas sobre la realidad.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
¿Qué es una encefalopatía aguda?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
¿Qué causa la encefalopatía?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Definitivamente es el alcohol entonces, pues, en este caso.
She nods slowly.
Luego tenemos esta tirada. ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es? A ver, Harry. Esa llamada del teléfono del otro día te dejó bastante chocado. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué eres?
It remains a mystery what you mean by this.
Oh, por
something
Dios.
close.
¿En serio?
This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Realidad. Ok. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Entiendes tu mano?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Sigue adivinando.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
¿Insinúa que estoy en la ruina?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
Me refería a qué es este lugar.
Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot.
Con un precio moderado.
Or two.
Mira ese alrededor. ¿Qué es la Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After, les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Bueno, ¿y quién vivía en ellos?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Ya.
You could be wrong. But from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Ah, Cindy la calavera. No se lleva bien con ello.
Wonderful.
Sí. ¿Y qué es eso? Señalando a Cindy.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Sí.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
¿Infracultura?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Vale. Vale, pero ahora vuelvo a explicarlo como si fuera un niño. No, entiendo todo. Hágalo sonar más complicado para el público.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead.
O sea, no es cosa del libre albedrío, sino en cómo tú usas tu libre albedrío.
All right. What next?
Ay, señora. Abstracción y el esto donde salen.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that.
Ah, ¿por qué? Puedo usar sabio. Espíritu de corpus. O abstracción. Abstracción, pero quiero usarlo para lo que estoy guardando puntos para lo que está para los de clase. Había una opción sobre la mirada en los ojos de clase. Es lo que quiero, estoy juntando puntos para eso, porque dudo que me vaya a dar a las buenas.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
No deja mirar de rojo. ¿Qué estás mirando?
The lieutenant is desperately searching. Hatred, the woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
¿Te refieres a Joycey?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
¿Qué es Ozone?
It's where they grow whores like that one over there. And
Wow.
their whoremen.
¿Y a qué viene tanta negatividad?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor?
Vale, Cindy, tú a tu rollo. Ahora vamos a hablar con Kuno, pero no sé si tendré la suficiente moral para aguantarlo a Kuno. Ay, Dios mío, Kuno. Cuando camine por acá no encontré a la señora obrera. Parece que ella solo está en las mañanas. Para cuando llegue callar a las tardes. Los caballeros. Los caballeros tienen algo que decir, capaz.
Officer! God damn it. Pull yourself together, René.
Cierto,
What do you
las
want?
convalarias. Las flores que se utilizaban para ese ritual de despedida para los soldados revolucionarios. Capaz René nos puede decir algo más de ello. ¿Las convalarias significan algo para usted, René?
I prefer the old name. Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Un momento, ¿esta es una tradición militar monárquica?
It used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
¿A ti te trajeron suerte?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Vale. Dos viejos amigos, dos viejos rivales.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officer.
Gracias por tu tiempo. Vaya la historia que tienen estos dos. ¿Y tú, caballero?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia on this fine day?
Sobre la chica de la foto, mencionó que Jenny Marie Bellew. ¿Quién es ella?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
Así que ambos la conocen.
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4.
Vaya historia.
She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
Ay.
And then you stole her from me.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. No, yo no soy psicólogo de terapias de parejas. No te metas, no te metas. No intervenir.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You... No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
¿Qué le pasó a la chica?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage. Peaceful.
Vale.
René and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
Salud por eso. Vale.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
¿Por qué estaba indecisa?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
No tienes nada de malo sopesar tus opciones primero.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Gracias por compartirlo.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Quería volver a preguntarte sobre el sindicato.
Sure, officer.
No, nada, nada.
Yeah,
Parece que no.
thank you, officer, for being a consummate professional.
La retórica, ¿le podré pedir el sándwich? Quiero el maldito sándwich. Ya ese sándwich ya tiene 2 días ya. Retórica, ¿qué más? No hay una forma de ordenar. Me gustaría que hubiera una forma de ordenar estas ropas. No. No. Solo tengo uno. Bueno, vamos.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How
28%,
may I head the
vamos.
citizens' militia of...
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
No estoy muy seguro de esto.
Too late. Daddy's already fighting the bad fight. Make it stick.
Estas posiciones me parecen terriblemente fascistas o comunistas. Y si no quiero decirlas...
Say one of these fascist or communist things or fuck off.
Pues me voy, pues.
Whoa, easy there, Goldmouth. He doesn't have to say anything. Re-engage cop mode and bail out, if you like.
Retórica se asó. De vuelta al modo policial. Tengo algunas preguntas. Gracias por sacarme de esa.
All right. Let's hear them, officer.
Retórica se hartó. ¿Qué pasó? Vallas de neumáticos que conducen al tejado. Y ya. ¿Qué más nos queda? Ah, sí, esto... Tenemos el caballero de acá, que sigue enojado con nosotros, creo.
Oh, look. It's the...
Ay, no. Él ya no nos quiere decir nada. Luego la atracción de la dama tripulante. Nos queda esta, que tenemos que usar enciclopedia. Ya hemos preguntado
An old monument stands in the middle of...
sobre quién es el rey revolucionario de acá. Estaban hablando, hemos escuchado sobre que guardaba drogas, algo así. Que tiene algo así de drogas, algo así. Estuvimos escuchando por las conversaciones que hemos tenido. A ver, enciclopedia.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
¿Qué hizo este rey?
Toward the sea. It looks as if, even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Por supuesto, René hablaba de que este rey se drogaba y que se drogaba para organizar bien su país, para ordenarlo, y que era necesario. ¿De qué forma?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
¿Cómo se les arregló para despilfarrar todo el tesoro nacional?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Espera, ¿en serio? No creo.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
¿Cómo? Bueno, sí lo hemos escuchado por René.
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Eso... ¿Qué son las golosinas para la nariz? Eso es obvio que sabes. Así que era adicto a las golosinas para la nariz, un drogadicto de tomo y lomo, ¿eh?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Eso es mucho que procesar.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Las altas esferas, vaya forma de llamarlo. Está bien, ¿y dónde se encuentra enterrado?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
Vale, Valle Insulíndica, o sea, no está por acá. No creo, no está en Revachol. No lo podremos encontrar acá. ¿Y qué le pasó a la estatua?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinaise was leveled.
Dirigibles, pues, wow.
Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
¿Y quién restauró el monumento?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
De verdad que no entiendo el arte. O sea, qué irónico, no sé, o sea, es muy irónico. ¿Quién colocar la estatua del rey más Farror en el pueblo más pobre? Como queriendo dejar un mensaje. Qué genial, divertido y nihilista.
People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders, with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Lo más seguro, con lo que se mete. Y aquí la señora me dirá algo nuevo.
The woman is still hunched over.
No, dejémosla ahí, no. Ella no tiene nada que ver con el esto ni nada. Podemos preguntarle a este de las fotos. Tengo miedo de cómo voy a reaccionar. ¿Qué pasó? Tristes, qué idiomático. Bueno, vamos a entregarle a Garte su maldito pájaro. Para que así quedemos en buenas con él. Me pregunto si hablar con los chicos de Hardy me daría algo nuevo. ¿Será? ¿O no será? Y luego también está el espía de Morelien. El chico de acá. A ver, Hardy, ¿tienes algo nuevo?
It's you again. What is it?
Vale, he hablado con Clashy. Ahora tengo que hablar con Ruby.
Why?
Para no hacer lo mío. Mira, tengo que hacer esto a alguien y decía que iba a ser ella. Se está cociendo una guerra civil y la única manera de evitarlo es resolviendo el asesinato. Por eso tengo que hablar con Ruby. Siento directo. Vamos directo así, de frente.
Sounds like you wanna push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pick Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ha desaparecido y esconderse de la policía durante una investigación de asesinato te convierte en sospechoso. Ahí va esto, chavales.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
Vale. Esto voy a necesitar aquí. Para la esta de lógica. Necesitaré su apoyo. Ya tenemos 3 tareas que hacer con quien ya. ¿Qué más queda? Ah, sí, esto del misterio de la señora, de su marido. Ya debe estar por acá, debe haber vuelto. Yo he llegado antes que él.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Encontré a su marido en la costa.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
Está bien, señora, como sospechaba. No pudo regresar antes porque la esclusa del canal estaba rota. Ahora está terminando un trabajo.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
Usted nunca me había dicho que había visto el fásmido.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
No, en serio, lo quiero saber.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
¿Qué pasó?
I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never... I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
¿Lo siguió?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
¿Y qué pasó después?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
¿Estaban en una cita?
Our first, yes.
Qué lindo. ¿Sus extremidades son blancas?
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them, on the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
¿Y era muy grande?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
¿Quieres que imagines buenos días? No, no quiero decirle eso. Gracias por compartirlo conmigo.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
A ver, Garte, tu pájaro.
Can I help you?
Garte, he encontrado un pájaro nuevo para el Whirling.
What is this thing?
Es un gregol engolado, simboliza el poder de los rituales de cortejo masculino, que sirve recordatorio para toda el cámara. Sé que no es gran cosa, pero pensé que quedaría genial en la pared. Soy esa clase de poli.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
Ya. Vale, eso es todo.
Yes? What is it?
¿Estás con él? ¿Con el hombre de las gafas?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Parece un tío muy guay.
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Tu uniforme es azul y mío negro. ¿Qué significa eso?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
Entonces eres policía, ¿no? Mola, igual que yo.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Bueno, ¿y qué trae aquí la policía?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Una mujer policía.
Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two, is making her uncomfortable.
Sí. A ver, joven.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Espíritu de Corpse. Veamos, subámosle un poco espíritu de Corpse porque este hombre, no sé. Este tiene la misma voz de Escalofríos. Cuando nos llevó al más allá, literalmente, a un recuerdo de la comisaría 41. Ahí escuchamos 3 voces de 3 personas. Y este tiene la voz muy igual a eso. Por eso tal vez sea eso, tal vez sea él. Pero está disfrazado. ¿Qué más tengo de espíritu de corpse? ¿Nada más? Acá. Solo tengo esto de espíritu Rex. Bueno. Veamos. Espero que no falle.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
A ver, averiguar qué es lo que no encaja en este tipo.
There's something that binds you to him.
Uno
Some
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
the police of animals.
Eso no está bien.
Of course, you don't have to.
Ay, ¿por qué? Ay, Dios mío, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué eres así? Lo intentaré mañana.
Hi again, gendarme.
Compostura.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Compostura. Vale. No hay nada que hacer acá. Vámonos con Kuno. Con Kuno. Vamos a hablar con Kuno así. Le hemos dado tantas vueltas a Kuno. Pero por fin vamos a hablar con él. Ay, Dios mío. Ya si da, funciona, si no funciona. Lo que sea. Pero para como nos vamos a quedar sin gameplay así, si sigo probando tiradas y no me salen y no vamos a llegar a ningún lado. Esto me dirá.
You see a set of
Oh, sí,
tire
visión
tracks in the
espacial.
brown slush.
Por si acaso sube televisión espacial. Ay, Dios mío. Qué desastre. Ya. Esto debe ser
You
nuestro
see a
carro.
set of tire tracks in the brown slush that the tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber.
O sea, teníamos el carro estacionado acá. Entró por acá. Chocó
Some of
acá.
that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
¿Qué pasó después?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
Este es en el punto en el que arranqué mi carruaje motorizado.
Yes, and ended up half sunken in the sea. You must have been drunk when you left off.
Esto es significativo.
Maybe. Probably. An ominous warning of bad things ahead.
Sí, ya descubrimos que era nuestro auto, que eres un desastre. Nosotros somos un desastre.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This
Está
must
bloqueado.
be.
Sigue bloqueado esto. Pinball del Delta Este. Acceso a través del oficio. ¿Sonará?
Silence. No one answers your call.
Nadie responde. Y el sin etiqueta
This button looks new,
tampoco.
but someone has removed the.
Bueno, ya, no le demos vuelta más a Kuno. Kuno. No quiero hablar contigo. ¿Quién quiere hablar con un niño malcriado? ¿Quién? Espera, te voy a poner autoridad. ¿Qué me va a pedir? No sé. No quiero hablar con este mocoso.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Hablar del crimen.
Fuck about it.
No.
You're testing Kuno's. Get lost. Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want? Yeah,
No.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno
Empatía.
doesn't fuck.
Empatía. Vamos a subir la empatía. ¿Dónde está? Tengo una en empatía y desventaja por esto. Subamos la empatía con los objetos. ¿Cuál baja la empatía de estos? Ay, Dios mío. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? No tengo nada que de empatía. Acá está. Y ya, no tengo nada más. Vamos a grabar para hacer la ruta de Kuno. Así hasta que nos dé la maldita sea.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad.
28%.
Kuno doesn't
Bueno.
give a fuck about.
What's going on?
Fuck. Kuno. Ease off, see. Kuno.
Cargar. Ay, Dios mío, odio tener que hacer esto, pero de verdad, se nos han bloqueado todas las rutas. ¿Qué más tenemos? Cindy no nos dice nada nuevo. O sea, no podemos avanzar nada hasta que llegue aquí. Y lo único que la ruta que tenemos es Kuno. Kuno, pues, Kuno, la única ruta que nos queda. Por Dios. Ay, ¿por qué? Ay, Dios mío.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't.
What's going on?
Fuck. Kuno.
Esto va a tardar un rato.
Ease off, see. Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer. Kuno doesn't. Kuno's like Kuno's dad.
What's going on?
Fuck. Kuno. Ease off. The fuck do you? Good call, Pigmice. Kuno doesn't.
Ay, Dios mío.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't fuck. Kuno's like Kuno's dad.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Bien, por fin. Interesante. ¿Cómo es eso? O vamos con intentar separarlos. Psst, Kuno, hey.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you, whispering about.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
No le hagas quedar mal. Kuno, escúchame. Ella intenta controlarte. Tenemos que sacarte de aquí.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other. Not gonna let him do that.
That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad, manipulative thing to say. You should understand. I got you this far.
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my...
A chill comes over you, the wind from the boulevard south, lashing you for trying to separate them, for trying to take the street out of Kuno.
Es una doble maldita tirada.
Kuno doesn't...
Es una maldita doble tirada. ¿Es en serio? Es una tirada consecutiva que tengo que hacer de esto.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Intentar comprenderlo una vez más, encontrar la forma de conectar con él.
What's going on?
Fuck Kuno.
¡Oh,
He's
Dios!
obviously...
Estoy
Kuno
empezando a odiar este. Mira, que falle de 82% ya, que falle de 42% ya, pero no me haga fallar todo. Pues. Estas como son las como las malditas lootboxes de Overwatch, que no tienes que estar hasta que tengas la maldita skin de porquería. Ay, menos mal ese juego está muerto. Ay, Disco Elysium. Tienes una escritura estupenda, personajes increíbles, divertidos y todo.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad.
Ya.
Kuno doesn't give a
What's going on?
Por el amor de Dios.
He's obviously... Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Esto va a tardar un tiempo. Voy a editar esta parte.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad.
You were too pushy last time. Think this through. Try to really understand the psychological bond Kuno has with Kuno S.
Está bien. ¿Qué pasa con Kuno S?
Just look. While Kuno has no problem being near you, she always hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Like she's done something very bad.
¿Cómo así?
Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. And then there's the fact that she's a girl, and appears to be a little younger, certainly smaller, and yet Kuno is afraid of her. What's up with that, Kuno? All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Interesante, ¿cómo es eso?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped. And then there's the fact, all in all,
Entiendo, ya.
Kuno
Separarlos.
respects
Vamos.
madness.
Hey, Kuno, ven acá.
You cannot...
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you! If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
¿Cuál es su rollo? Está loca, pero loca de Taro.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
What?
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell you? Kuno told you. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
Ok, Kuno.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
Ay, ay, ay. Lo siento, he usado mala empatía. ¿Qué quiere decir con que se fumó a alguien?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours.
¿En serio? ¿No es demasiado pequeña para imponerse a alguien? ¿Habla en serio? No. ¿Hablas en serio? ¿Vamos en serio lo del asesinato?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Vale, ¿a cuántos policías ha matado?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cot would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Kuno, ¿crees que ella ha sido capaz de matar a otros chicos?
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
Has dicho que está zumbadísima.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Voilà, ¿y qué liga es esa?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
¿De mierda snuff? ¿En qué idioma habla? ¿Nakamprich Pagari?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
¿Algún canto de su esto? ¿Qué gente?
Crazy people. The fucking nakis. I don't know.
Okay.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The nakis and runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Ya. ¿Es tu hermana?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
¿Perdida? ¿Está perdida ella?
Yeah, she was just there.
Señala el bloque de apartamentos tras la valla. Solamente está bien.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
¿Te refieres al pasadillo que está junto al armario del conserje?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Ok, ¿y qué hacía empapada?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
Has dicho que entró. ¿Cómo entró?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under a pile of clothes, like a dog.
¿Y tus padres?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Vale, su padre es... ¿Cómo está llevando todo esto, Kuno?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Necesitas ayuda profesional. No puedes encargarte de ella solo. No, si le digo así es como romper su imagen. Vamos a decirlo de una manera más sutil. Necesita refuerzos. Puedes contar conmigo.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
Vale, Kuno, o sea, les ha agarrado cierto modo de cariño, pero tampoco sabes qué hacer, solamente estás ahí con ella. Entonces,
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
más claro que el agua, Kuno.
Alright, now we can do business.
¿Negocios?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex. Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need.
Kuno, ¿qué decías de no sé qué narcóticos ilegales?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
¿Qué?
Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Ajá, vale, vale.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
¿Quién es tu padre, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
¿De cuánto material estamos hablando?
Like half.
¿Medio qué?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
¿Medio gramo?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
Pero eso no es mucho que digamos.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Ya me he sido Kuno, te cuento.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
A ver. Lo haré, pero en nombre de la justicia de narcóticos. Lo haré, pero no por el speed. Iré a hacerle frente al hombre más violento de Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
Vale, me voy.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Los pantalones. Los pantalones. Reina la conciencia. Así que Kuno tiene su historial, ¿ah? Una chica abandonada y pero Kuniese.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Kuniese es una joyita. ¿De dónde salió esta mocosa? Que apareció así de la nada. ¿Quién más me puede dar información de esto? ¿Podrá ser la limpiadora? ¿La señora que limpia los apartamentos? Ella tiene que tener alguna idea de dónde salió esto, una chica así. No diciéndolo, considerando lo mucho que nos hizo sufrir poder entrar al apartamento. Ahora vamos a ver al padre de Kuno, al ser más violento del rebacho. ¿Será cierto eso? Kuno es un mentiroso compulsivo. O sea, ¿cómo decirlo? Tiene una manera de exagerar que inclusive él mismo admite que lo hace. ¿Será esta una de esas veces? ¿Hombre más violento o será hombre más violento solamente con él? ¿A qué se referirá mi estimado Kuno?
Give me a moment.
Busco a los padres de un niño llamado Kuno.
The waiters are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
Vale. Pero... de la... aquí está. 16 días del abril más frío.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Frotarte los costados para entrar en calor.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to minus 20 degrees Celsius.
Su rostro
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Oye, calofríos. Ahora, ¿a qué época me estás llevando? ¿Es arquitecta qué? El plano.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Mira a tu alrededor.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool. In the middle, she had an eye for beauty.
Tiritaro. Uf, escalofríos. Tiene una manera de meterse en la olla de las cosas. A veces no solamente nos lleva tiempo a lugares diferentes, sino también a tiempos pasados. ¿Y esto? ¿Qué es? Musgo sobre azul paño, es musgo de verdad. Y este es el apartamento Kuno. El calzado es de 3 tallas diferentes. 3 personas viven acá. ¿O será Kuno con ese y el papá? ¿O la mamá tal vez?
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Vale, necesito cortarnos.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door, leaving the panel with a sticky 1 shaped shadow and a marker drawn 2. Good thing you already have the chain cutters in your hand. Nothing left to do now but snip, snip.
Snip, snip.
Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. You can just go in now.
A ver, ¿me aguantará? Tengo 3 de salud. Si nos peleamos, aguantará, supongo. ¿Y esto? ¿Qué es esto? Dinero luchebolos. Esto es... Dos sábanas. Deberes sin terminar. Entre el nombre Kuno de ruta. Kuno. Que lo menciona mal. Imágenes eróticas en la pared arrugadas por la humedad. Veamos los deberes.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Coger el speed de la mesa.
You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
Comparte 1 kilo con Kuno. ¿Y dónde está el hombre más peligroso? El aire pesta algo agrio. Son las 8 de la... casi las 8 de la noche. Y alguien está durmiendo acá. Aquí a los negros comunes.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Acercar el brazo lentamente.
Something underneath there is breathing. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out.
Mundo interior. Seguir acercando el brazo hacia el montón de ropa.
Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it. It's deep in suffering somehow.
Retirar el edredón. Queremos saber quién es el padre de Kuno. ¿Quién es el tan valenterón que cuida a un niño así? O bueno, cuidarlo no es cuidarlo, descuidarlo más bien sería la palabra. Retiramos el edredón.
You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth.
Harry, te presento tu futuro. A tu futuro se sigues tomando, mi estimado.
You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Oye, ¿es verdad que eres el padre de Kuno?
The light from the window is weak, but it seems like he is. His wild, unwashed mane bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. Don't forget his face, the bloated and reddened cheeks, the bulbous nose. This would be Kuno after 30 years of alcohol and substance abuse.
Esperaba algo más aterrador.
No response. A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake. His half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man, but he is in there and not enjoying himself.
Fucking
Averiguar lo que intenta decir.
The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something. And then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pig, he says. He's trying to call you a pig.
¿Está despierto?
His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
Oye, háblame, ¿estás vivo o no?
A lump of flesh is sticking out from under the blanket. It seems to be twitching from time to time, like the paw of an animal who's having a bad dream. And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
¿Necesitas ayuda?
The pile of blankets grunts. It's hard to say if there's anything left you could do.
Y bueno, dejémoslo ahí al señor. Vaya Kuno. Bueno. Falta de amor genera solamente aprendizaje de odio. pobre hombre este... Uf, no me... Algunos piensan que para tener que hijos violentos provienen de padres violentos, pero no necesariamente de eso. También esto es más que todo la falta de amor. Por ejemplo, hay casos también que los hijos violentos salen de casas bien adineradas, en donde el padre solamente le entrega objetos al hijo y no le presta atención. Creo que hay muchísimos casos conocidos de blanquiños o de cachones que tienen ese perfil. Bueno, basta ver las telenovelas nomás. Es tan estereotipado, es tan popular eso que está estereotipado. Hasta ese extremo está. Pero no es que el padre sea violento, sino que el padre no le puede dar amor al chibolo. Bueno, era 50-50, porque también un padre violento puede generar un niño violento. Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Me he encargado del asuntillo de las drogas.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way.
¿No quieres saber cómo venció tu padre?
Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distracted him. That's some sick shit. Tell your little slanty-eyed friend, respect from the Kuno.
Kuno, deja de escapar de la realidad.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit.
Cuando dices kilo te refieres a gramo, ¿verdad?
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Mejor me lo voy a quedar. Tienes que cortarte con las drogas. Tienes 12 años.
Alright. Kuno knew you tried that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major.
Major fucking choice, pig!
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
Esto me lo quedo.
Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
I told you he can't be trusted! I told you he'd steal the shit!
Relax, see? We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is fucked between us. How are you gonna make this up to the Kuno, huh?
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
Me topé con tu padre, Kuno.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Kuno, tu padre es un alcohólico con un pie en la tumba. Está durmiendo la mona bajo un montón de ropa.
What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Kuno, ventana. Venga ya, chaval, ya déjalo ya.
Fuck fuck are you trying to do? Get the Kuno to stop. Kuno's just getting it on.
Keep your ass together, Kuno.
Deja de hacerte el duro, chaval. Ya no tienes que tenerle miedo.
Kuno's not fucking trying to be tough. This shit is real. Kuno's fucking violent dad's gonna be a vegetable. Kuno knows that shit. Stroke shit. Stomach fucked up and...
Con tanto trago, pues obviamente con un borracho, padres borrachos, como no se van a poner violentos. Pero eso es solamente un momento. Cuando se le pase el trago y empieza en ese estado, es para quedar así, como ese hombre tendido en la cama.
Kuno's gonna go out like that too. Gonna be just like Kuno's violent dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Go out West Revachol style.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck are you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
No tienes por qué acabar así.
Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
Parece que vamos a... Con este hilo de conversación vamos a tener que hacerlo varias veces.
Yeah? How the fuck are you...
He fallado en el último.
Fuck right. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno's gonna go...
Stop saying...
There's a touch of...
Fuck are you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
Es probable que tú te conviertas en eso.
Fuck right I am. Get your nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think cause you brought Kuno 1 gram of speed you're friends now? Turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
Vale, ya reconocimos esas dos conversaciones. Encontraré un libro de texto con tu nombre.
Yeah, so fucking what?
Ponía Kuno, no Kuno de Kuno. O sea, Kuno de router.
Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
Es un nombre patético, Kuno. Es el que usas ahora, no el tu original.
Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it.
No.
You can't fuck with Kuno.
Vale, ni propio entiendes. Había toneladas de facturas de servicios públicos sin abonar.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
Consigue un trabajo y págales tú mismo. Tu padre ya no podrá hacerlo. Ese no es un lugar para vivir. Tienes que ir a otro sitio nuevo. Consigue un trabajo, págales tú mismo. Tu padre ya no podrá hacerlo. Vamos con esta.
Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground. Leroy Am shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
Eché un vistazo por el apartamento. No vives presentemente a las 1000 maravillas.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
¿Van a vivir en el drenaje? ¿Eso tienen pensado? ¿Qué más podemos sacar con tu padre?
How the fuck are you still alive, pig? What?
His posture...
Fuck right. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately.
Ahora es un don nadie.
Yeah. Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit, stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. speed. Stop saying.
There's a touch of...
Fuck you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
No decir nada.
Fucking trying to talk about Kuno's dad, then can't handle it. Typical shit.
Había tener las facturas.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
A ver si lo adivino. El viejo de Kuno se la sopla.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a
Y ahí
shit
esto le va a
about that's
decir
right.
igual.
Yeah,
Sí,
in
se
a
muda.
tomb,
Bueno,
Kuno.
parece que no hay nada más. Zanjemos la conversación. Dicen bien en no darte la droga, chico.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
A ver, cuando hablamos de chabola.
The fuck do you want with it?
Aquí viene lo de la cabeza de cerdo.
Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo.
Olvídalo.
Too brutal for you, huh? Kuno, fuck your tongue off.
Sí, Kuno, creo que te perdiendo la cabeza. No, es que quiero volver a la de chabola.
Of course you want back in there. Everyone wants back in there.
Vale, ya vamos hablando bastante.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno doesn't...
No logré romper a Kuno. Faltaba poco, pero no sé por
I'll
qué.
die before I squeal, pig.
¿Qué habrá sido? Algo que me faltará. ¿Será King capaz? Pero no hemos logrado romper... desquebrajarlo. En el sentido de emocionalmente. Ya no me dirán por qué necesito desquebrajar a un niño emocionalmente. Para que empiece a reconocer que necesita ayuda. Porque si no puede hacer eso, va a estar ahí, perdido el hombre. Y bueno, y ahora nos quedan leer los libros y revisar los objetos. Tenemos la libretita que no pudimos abrir antes.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of
Vamos
papers
a
hanging from the
inventar
board with the
libros
permeables
pasados.
drawer inside. It's barely helpful. Yes, at last, you find a way to piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120117000, the next world mural.
Ya, ¿cuánto tiempo se tardará en leer un caso?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where
Vale.
do you want to start?
Acá tenemos bastante casos para revisar. Estos son todos los casos para verlos. ¿Quieren? Bueno, vamos a ver uno. Y luego leeremos los demás la mañana. ¿Es eso o lo podemos hacer mañana? Guárdalo para más tarde.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers
Hablamos de
still
comportamiento
sags from the
oculto. ¿Qué es
clipboard.
lo que más nos está extrañando?
Just relax. The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know,
Abrir comportamiento.
without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
¿Qué hay dentro?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Mátate, gilipollas. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué esa opción? Coge los recuerdos.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Coge la postal.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Olerla.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Ahí está otra vez, el baricoque. El olor que te hace sentir el dolor.
Exactly like the gum wrapper you found. The same brand of chewing gum.
Abrirla.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand.
Oh no.
A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. May throw it away, please.
Seguir leyendo. Voluntad. Sé fuerte.
Your hand shakes holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Ahora que lo pienso, ¿aguantaré si me duele el corazón? Tengo poca moral. ¿Aguantaré o no? Sigue leyendo.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Ay, Dios mío, Harry.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
No.
You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on.
Aguanta, resiste, Harry.
To what? There's nothing.
Qué redondo. Maldita sea, aguanta. Fácil, 8%. Resiste, Harry. No me digas que te has muerto. Harry. No. Harry, despierta, maldita sea. No puedes estar tan mal por el corazón roto. Dios mío. Todavía no te cuesta superarlo, ¿en serio? Harry, maldita sea. Eres tan bueno, eres, maldita sea. No puede ser. ¿Un final?
There is nothing. Again.
Nada.
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just blackout.
Quedarte ahí desmayado.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
¿Quién es ese?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
¿El ahorcado? ¿Y la otra? ¿Quién era?
Who was what?
El sistema límbico.
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water.
No, estaba bien.
Slimy.
Estoy bien.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Vamos, percepción, respeta. Ayúdenme.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Maldita sea, estas opciones. Olía tan bien, olía a traición. Olía tan bien como aferrarte al esto y olía traición como para superarlo, pero superarlo de la mala manera. Es simplemente punto, ya pasó y ya está. No tienes por qué sentir algo así de eso. Si pasó, ya pasó. Si reflexionas de eso, simplemente después tomarlo como un bonito recuerdo. ¿Por qué tienes que pensar mal de eso? ¿Acaso no han sido buenos días? Harry, maldita sea. Olía tan bien.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Era lo del ex algo, el que...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, era algo precioso.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
¿Dónde está el camino del viajero?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Al parecer me llamo Harry.
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Entonces, ¿cómo me llamo?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Basta quedarte tendido. Quieto.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
¿Qué es eso? Está frío.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
¿Dónde estoy?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
¿Has vuelto?
No drink.
Beber.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Beber. Sigue bebiendo.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened? ¿Qué pues? ¿Qué le puedes decir? La verdad. Kim ya lo dijo antes, no le ocultes nada. Su compañero. No le gusta que le ocultes algo, pero no, bueno, no, esto. Él también sabe respetar la privacidad y todo, pues. Pero en este momento, para superarle esto necesitas un amigo. Él lo que necesita a Harry, superarlo de una maldita vez. Entré en contacto con la ruina carbonizada del pasado, teniente. That does sometimes happen. I found this next to you. I'll tag along for the rest of the day if you don't mind. My business is concluded anyway. Are you okay to go?
Resolvamos este caso, Kim.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses.
The surrounding blaze of the electric lights makes the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage seem beautifully ominous.
Espera, ¿qué hago pensando en esto? ¿No tenía yo que...?
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Claro, porque ya tiré la mía al mar.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Este bicharrajo le da verdadero sentido al loco en locomoción. ¡Qué pasada!
You want to take a closer look?
¿Qué llevas ahí?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
¿Eso es como un B12 de 7 litros? No digas eso. ¿Viste unos macarrones los que preparamos?
You lost me there.
130 kilovatios de mucha potencia, Kim.
The kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
Te soy sincero, si yo lo veo bien, parece... No sé cómo correrá esta vaina. Para mí me parece que se fuera a deshacer si corre. ¿De dónde salió el sonido infernal que me despertó?
You mean the coil noise?
¿La bobina?
Come on, you know how it works. Put it together.
¿Te refieres a cuando la corriente alterna pasa a través de la bobina de los sistemas eléctricos y los campos magnéticos variables a su alrededor?
He stares at you, intrigued. This is your chance to impress the lieutenant.
Los cables hacen... Causa vibración en los cables y como la frecuencia de la corriente se encuentra dentro del rango audible.
The resulting vibration creates the whining sound. That's right. Very impressive.
Sí, ese fue el sonido que me despertó. Ya lo conozco muy bien.
There's respect in that curious look. Definitely.
Una máquina magnífica, mi estimado Kim.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Con un contrastante y neumáticos todoterrenos podríamos llevarlo por caminos trillados, Kim.
We are not going to, though, because this is clearly a sports motor carriage.
Vale, sorry, no entendí. Bien, vamos a marcha. Y bueno, ¿quién ha llegado a rescatarnos de que casi nos da un paro cardíaco? Dios mío, tan mal está el pobre Harry, tan mal con el corazón. Este no tendrá corazón roto, este es estar a punto de morirte cada vez que piensas en eso. Qué barbaridad.
Yes.
Bueno, me he afeitado. ¿Qué te parece?
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps.
¿Qué pasa? Puedes decírmelo.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the... Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Nada más. Bueno, Kim, tenemos bastantes locuras que hacer. Tenemos muchísimo que hacer. No sé si me quiero ayudar con un niño petizo que no quiere quebrarse. Pero bueno, eso lo veremos para el próximo episodio. Ahora que Kim está acá, vamos a comenzar a completar los demás tareas, como la iglesia y todo lo demás. Son las 9 de la noche, pero aún así hay tiempo para todo. Nos vemos.